Hey y'all, it's Eric with Nutrition by Eric here. Hope you are doing well. Today I wanted to make a quick video on EMFs. And what are EMFs? If you're not familiar, it's electromagnetic frequency. And these are the things that come off of most of our electronic devices, such as your cell phone and microwave ovens and your modems or what people call routers in your house for your internet, and other things around town. The cell phone towers, maybe even radio towers could be considered, even though that's really radio waves, but they could be an EMF. But anyways, most things, if they are wireless communicators or cooking devices like microwaves, they put off these frequencies. And while we're probably bombarded by all kinds of frequencies, um, being around EMFs, especially strong, powerful ones, for a while can be kind of dangerous. Now, it's hard to tell sometimes because there's lots of factors involved and everybody's body's different, and sometimes there's an exposure and there's a recovery thereafter. You recover through like sleep or getting in the ocean, or sometimes it's kind of hard to measure both the exposure and the recovery. So in general, it's good to keep your exposure low and to do things to offset it, just to be on the safe side. So just a general kind of warning: be on the lookout and be conscientious. It can be as simple as keeping your cell phone away from you when you sleep. You know, the head is a very vulnerable area. Um, yeah, there was a study, I think, back before these were popular, there were satellite phones. And they were, sometimes called the brick. They were very large, and people would they were very high powered, apparently. I don't know a lot. They came around when I was younger, probably in my teens or something like that. And people would hold them against their ear thinking they were like a regular corded cell phone, which were popular at the time. A phone with a cord, if you're not familiar with that. And they have a very low radiation, they're not very dangerous. So people would use these brick phones, and they didn't think anything of it. They weren't worn properly, and a lot of people developed tumors. And then they tried to sue. There's a story that I've heard. I'm telling you kind of the bits and pieces I've heard, but from what I've read, people got a lot of tumors on the right side if they're right-handed most of the time. And a lot of these lawsuits were dragged on for decades. Some people died before they even got their day in court. So it's just concerning because if I see, especially women, they'll put in their, what they call it, the jog bra, whatever it is, they'll put it in their top, not thinking of it, or put them right, in their pant line and their waist. These are not toys. These, or they do emit. Now, most people probably will not be affected. Some are. So the word is innocuous. Innocuous? Innocuous, I think that's the right word. It might seem like it's nothing, but stuff comes out of this. The stuff. The world of the nature of electromagnetic frequencies that you can't see, taste, or usually feel them. Now, if you stood in front of a microwave with a door that was broken and you could run it open, yeah, you'd probably feel it. I've seen a few YouTube videos of people zapping things with the microwave, and poof, it was pretty wild. You can look for those. So they do zap. A lot of times if you have a smart meter, for example, that's another one. People can be affected, especially people with a compromised immune system. So you can get a meter. I have one. I'll make another video with that. And you can measure. And usually you don't need a lot of distance. Keeping it, at about, an arm's length, probably farther than I can show you on the camera, would be enough. But most people are not going to walk around with it this far from their body all day. And be aware that different signals come off of our mobile devices. You have the data signal that is going to pull from the cell tower. You have Wi-Fi and you have Bluetooth. I think that's three. So you can turn off the Bluetooth. You usually don't need that unless you're wearing earpods, which I don't recommend. Some people, that's another thing. That is I believe it is a no-no, but time will tell, right? And then when I go to sleep, I turn on the airplane mode, which turns off the data, which means it's not going to pull from a cell tower, and I just have the Wi-Fi. And I think you should know by now, keep the Wi-Fi router, modem, whatever you want to call it. It's really both, but keep that away from you too, pretty far as you can, while still getting good signal, or just go to wired, which is a little extreme for some people. So these are some things to keep in mind, because those are in your home. Those are the biggest troublemakers or problems. Is your cell phone, your Wi-Fi router, modem, even being in front of the microwave. The microwave oven door does not completely block all the radiation; it just reduces it. So don't stand right in front of your microwave, and don't keep things really close to it. And don't use it that much if you can't help it. Make sure you check if you have a smart meter on your home, and make sure nothing's around it, or look into possibly having it replaced with an old school standard meter that people have to come out and read. There's a few more things, but these are a few tips. One more, I'd say stay away from if power lines. Large power lines also put out electrical and magnetic frequencies that are probably not desired. And stay away from look for the big towers. Sometimes they mask them; they make them look like trees or cactuses. But look for things that are these 4G, 5G towers. Okay, so that's it. Just a little something to look into. Just disclaimer: I'm not a doctor. I am a health coach, but these are just things that I've found to be concerning, and you may want to research as well. Thanks so much. Go to nutritionbyeric.com or check me out on social medias under Nutrition by Eric for more information. Thank you.